Saturday night of stock car racing action is under green. Mike Shagnon in the 86, Brian McGinley the 35. Here's Jamie Begor sticking his nose through on the inside. 3 wide down the backstretch. Begor going from third to first on the inside will take the lead into 4. McGinley loose on the outside, right up to the wall. 3 wide down the front stretch. Brian McGinley had to get on the binders. His couple of cars were down to the inside. He was in the third groove. And he's still having a tough time down the backstretch, going all the way to the back. Out front, Jamie Begor in the 19, leading it. Black flag out for Rico Hernandez. Smoke billowing out of the right rear on that number 4. Begor's the leader. Here's Tyler Terry looking to the inside. Terry throws it down on the inside. He's got position trying to get that nose underneath. Begor trying to seal him off, and he will. Jamie Begor holding off Tyler Terry that lap. But again, Begor shot up the track. We got a car parked up atop turn number 4, trailing a bunch of fluid as well. It's Mike Shagnon in the number 86. Smoke billowing out of Ben Huff's number 29 as well. Might be from the brakes, but that'll bring out the first caution flag of the evening. Ready to resume this first qualifier. Here they come off turn number 4, green flag. Jamie Begor in the 19, Tyler Terry the 44 on the outside. Begor, good run off turn number 2. Chris Reeves in the 00 is sitting third. Perhaps we'll try to contest that second spot. Tyler Terry coming back on the outside, trying to pull even with Jamie Begor for the lead. At the start-finish line, it was Begor by inches. Off turn number 2, Bucko Branham moving to the inside of Reeves down the backstretch. Branham going for the third spot. Real close racing up front for the top 4 positions. This time off turn number 4, they'll be halfway. Jamie Begor, now Bucko Branham on the inside. Branham in the 20. Little tap into the back of Begor. Begor straightens it out. Branham backed off, allowed Begor to straighten it out. That allowed Tyler Terry to come back on the outside, taking that second spot. Begor appears to be loose in turn number 2. Having a tough time keeping that car down the inside. Better drive that time for the Moores New York veteran. Branham in the 20, Terry in the 44. Both right there for that second spot. Seesawing back and forth. Good racing action out front. Jamie Begor in that 19, trying to hang on to the lead. Branham diving down to the inside, looking for the lead into turn number 3. Backed out of it. Begor hanging on to it. He's still loose. You can see that rear end going sideways. 2 to go. Off 2. Again, Branham looking down to the inside. Begor hangs on to the lead. Tyler Terry back to the outside. Tyler Terry racing to the lead. From the outside, he'll take the point. Coming down to the white flag, Tyler Terry's the leader. Tyler Terry in the 44, opening it up. It's a car length and a half. Begor running second. Bucko Branham third. Larry Underwood looking to the inside of Chris Reeves for the 4th spot. Checkered flag is out. Here he comes off turn number 4. Tyler Terry gets it done. He wins. Jamie Begor second. Bucko Branham third. Larry Underwood 4th. Chris Reeves 5th. And modifieds ready to take the green flag in this first qualifier. Here they come. Off 4. Green flag. From the outside of row number 1, Andy Kane to the lead. Spencer Rushlaw in the 21, losing second, losing third, and they're side by side at the back of the pack. Matt Woodruff in the 55 working on the inside. Andy Kane leading Leon Gagnon by 2. Mike Bruno sitting third in the Crickets 22. Martin Roy in the 90 is up to the 4th spot. Here comes Matt Woodruff trying to get to the top 5, and he will. Andy Haywood in the number 26 running in the 6th position. But out front, let's see if Andy Kane can hold on with that number 27. Gagnon looking to the inside as Kane drifted up the track into turn number 4, and he slams the door. Kane in the 27, a 3-car length advantage over Leon Gagnon, the racing veteran from Chazy, sitting in that second spot. Mike Bruno running third. Martin Roy fourth. Next time by, they'll be halfway in the first qualifier for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division. Here they come off the fourth turn with Andy Kane still getting it done. Leon Gagnon in the number 4, a good run off turn number 1 rather. Looking to the outside, off turn number 2, down the backstretch into turn number 3. Gagnon with a good drive now into the fourth turn, trying to make a pass from the outside. Mike Bruno had to get on the brakes. He shot up the track, almost collected Gagnon. Good save. Andy Kane down to the infield. He'll lose the point. Again, Bruno smoking him up into turn number 3. Could be problems for that number 22. And Mike Bruno slow off the pace. Leon Gagnon leading out front. Martin Roy running in the second spot. That Cricket's 22 does not want to turn, and it is very slow up into turns 3 and 4. You could hear something dragging in that number 22 as he limps back to the garage. Leon Gagnon showing the way. Martin Roy running in that second position. Roy pulling up on the back bumper. Checkered flag is out, and the winner's going to be Leon Gagnon. Roy second. Third, Andy Kane. Fourth, Matt Woodruff. Fifth to Andy Haywood.
Trouble over in turn 2 as a couple of cars kick up the dust. Meanwhile, Jason Blondo has opened up 2. Here comes Malcolm Woodward on the inside. He takes that number 2 spot. Kurt Seymour back to the 3rd spot in the 357 as Begor's on the move in the 6th. Brock Begor takes 4th. That puts Burt Drake into the number 5 spot. 6th goes to Whitney's 24. Bordeaux runs 7th in the 23. Josh Leclerc is 8th in the 7. Chad Collins can see them all. They'll be halfway this time by, and Jason Blondo looking for his first checkered. Malcolm Woodward closes ever so slightly as they head into turn 3. Woodward's got it down to a car length and a half. Begor is closed in on Seymour in the battle for the number 3 spot. 2 to go. Brock Begor moves up inside Kurt Seymour. They are side by side for that number 3 spot. Meanwhile, Jason Blondo's holding on to that lead. 1 to go. Blondo is your leader. Woodward is second. Begor is now settled into that number 3 spot. Seymour back to 4th, and Burt Drake runs 5th. Checkered will fall this time by. They come off turn 4. Your winner, Jason Blondo in the 5. Malcolm Woodward second, Brock Begor third, Kurt Seymour 4th, and Burt Drake will round out the top 5.
Flag. Brian Pugh on the inside, going to lose the lead to the car that started on the outside. That was Joe Warren in the number 3. As the outside groove is moving towards the front. The 21 of Dave Rabtoy is up to second. Josh Allen and Keith Pelkey moving together towards the front, racing for third. Joe Warren in the tilt number 3, leading the Island Excavating 21 of Dave Rabtoy. Raptoy pulling up in the back bumper down the backstretch into 3. Keith Pelkey has 3rd in the Bourgeois IGA 24. And it's the Salerno number 10 for Josh Allen, still working on the outside, right now is 4th. Cody Kilburn has a good view of that battle for 4th, and the Monster Energy Drink Bomber number 32. He's sitting in the 5th spot. Here's 21, Dave Raptoy, going for the lead into turn number 3. Raptoy on the inside has the preferred racing line. He will shoot through on the inside of the lead. Dave Raptoy's the leader. Here comes Keith Pelkey, moving on up in the 24. Joe Warren in the 3 is back to 3rd, and he may be going further back. Cody Kilburn in the 32 to 3rd. Lonnie Rivers in the 7. Looking to take advantage of that same line on the inside. Right now, Rivers is 5th, looking for 4th, and he's got it halfway. Dave Raptoy leading by 3 car lengths over Keith Pelkey. Pelkey drifts high off 2. Opening the door for Cody Kilburn in the 32. Here comes Kilburn trying to get there on the inside. Pelkey is able to close that door, perhaps only temporarily, as again he's a little high off 4. Dave Raptoy, Keith Pelkey, and Cody Kilburn. Here comes Kilburn again. Pelkey drifted up the track off 2. Kilburn was able to stick down on the inside, and now they're dead even racing into the 4th turn. Off turn number 4 for 2nd. Cody Kilburn has that 2nd spot. Lonnie Rivers trying to charge through on the inside of 3rd. He's got it. Keith Pelkey back to 4th. Josh Allen in the 10 trying to take that one away. Pelkey sliding backwards. Allen looking to drop him back one more spot as they race to the white flag. Dave Raptoy, 4th in the point standings, 20 points behind Lonnie Rivers in the standings, leading Lonnie Rivers in this qualifier. Rivers is 3rd in the number 7. He's going to make a late bid for that 2nd spot. Tight racing out front for the lead. They'll race off forward, down to the checkered flag. Dave Raptoy wins. It looked like Cody Kilburn for 2nd on the inside. Lonnie Rivers in the number 7, 3rd on the outside. Then
Drew Bordeaux will lead the way in that 08. Outside the 61, Shane Bumbar. 2 rows back to 40 of Kenny St. Germain. Outside Dave Demoore's 86. We are under green. John Bradley 77, the 07 of Wick Woodruff. CJ Lavaire's 4, Billy Twaite 69, Tommy Santillo's 88, and the 72 of Mike Parenta. At your field in this 2nd Warrior qualifier. Quickly, St. Germain has gone inside Bordeaux and assumed the lead to complete lap number 1. St. Germain leads the way. Demore runs 2nd. Here comes Bradley looking to the inside of Bordeaux. Bradley takes 3rd. He'll bring Lavaire with him. CJ Lavaire in the 4 takes over that number 4 spot. Billy Twaits is on the move in the 69. He looks inside. At 08, drifting high in the turns, opens up the door for Twaits to take 5th. But in the meantime, we've got a battle up front. St. Germain drifted a little bit high in the backstretch, and Demoore's now got the lead. Halfway this time by. Bradley goes around in the 77, but everybody stays running. Bradley refires that car, gets it out of harm's way. Good battle up front for that top spot. Demore outside in the 86. St. Germain's got the inside line back. And they battle side by side. Kenny St. Germain in the 40 trying to hold off Dave Demoore's 86. 1 to go this time. Checkered flag will fall as they come off turn 4. St. Germain in the 40 is going to win it all. St. Germain, your winner. Dave Demore 2nd. Billy Twaits 3rd. Tom Santillo 4th. And Chris LeVere rounds out the top 5 in the 4.
Let's work through the field. Wood the leader. Terry in the 44 is running second. Third is Turner in the 17. Fourth is Branham in the 20. Fifth is Bigor in the 19. Sixth is Reeves in the 00. Duquette 7th in the number 18. Eighth is Ebersol in the 82. Ninth is Huff in the 29. 10th, Brian Chris in the 98. 11th is Rick Frenier in the 77. 12th is Mike Wells. 13th is Larry Underwood. 14th is Skip Liberty. 15th, Brian McGinley. Inside 10 laps remaining now for Robin Wood. Bucko Branham looking to the inside of Richie Turner. Off turn number 2, down the backstretch. Here comes Branham for third. Branham and Turner are even into 3. Bucko Branham driving through on the inside. He's got third in the number 20. Robin Wood still with a comfortable lead out front. It appears to be shrinking slightly, but Wood's got a real nice cushion built up. Barring a yellow flag, Robin Wood appears to be in very good position to get his first feature win of 2008. But again, Tyler Terry appears to be eating into that lead with the laps winding down. Five laps remaining this time by for Robin Wood. 5 to go for the 61. Terry is still second. Branham now third. Turner fourth. Bigor fifth. Reeves sixth. Seventh, Ebersol. Eighth, Duquette. Ninth is Huff. 10th is the 98 of Brian Chris. 11th, Mike Wells. 12th, Larry Underwood. 13th, Rick Frenier. 14th, Brian McGinley. 15th is Skip Liberty. Robin Wood still by 7 car lengths. Best racing in the top 5 is for the 4th spot, where Jamie Bigor has chased down Richie Turner. 2 laps to go. Wood is running up on some slower traffic. Eric Sales stays up top. No problem working by Sales. Here comes Robin Wood off turn number 4. White flag. 1 to go for Robin Wood. Final time tonight for the sportsman. Slower car of Sherry Minier should not be a factor. Wood can run right behind her and ease home to the checkered flag. He's going to win it. Robin Wood wins. Tyler Terry second. Bucko Branham third. Richie Turner fourth. Jamie Bigor fifth. 6th to the line, it's going to be Chris Reeves. 7th, Toby Ebersol. 8th, Sean Duquette. 9th, Ben Huff. 10th, Brian Chris. 11th, either Larry Underwood or Mike Wells. Win number 1 of 2008. Or one of the...
Check. All right, let's go downstairs. Robin Wood just about ready to hop out of the 61. Rob?
All right, let him hear it, everybody. Robin Wood, his first win of 2008. Nice job by Robin as he was able to work his way to the front. And then a nice smooth line on his way home to the checkered flag and here to victory lane. Robin, the car handled really well for you tonight. You were able to get to the front pretty early in the feature event and then keep her down to the inside and pull away from everybody else. Tell us about your run tonight.
Oh, it actually helped a lot that we made our handicap today. So we actually started third, and last week we had to start 20th. So we knew we had to take the lead early to get out front and just take a nice smooth line, and we did that.
Well, it certainly is important to handle in this division. You were able to do that, work your way pretty quickly to the front in the feature event, and then once you got to the front, nice smooth line around the racetrack by you.
Yeah, the car was pretty good tonight. It got a little loose towards the end. I think the brake balance was kind of getting warm or whatever, but the car was pretty good tonight. It has been for the last couple of weeks, but finally we got a monkey off our back, finally.
Always nice to find your way back to victory lane, right?
Definitely.
Congratulations, win number 1 of 2008. Nice job.
Thank you.
Go again. Single file restart. Here they come off for green flag. Down the backstretch, Durgan by a couple of car lengths over Leon Gagno. Durgan the leader, Gagno second, Tesseur third, Alain Boisvert is fourth. Here comes Boisvert looking to the inside of Tesseur with 10 to go. Durgan, Gagno, Tesseur, Boisvert fourth, Barnaby fifth, Dupree is sixth, seventh is Roy, eighth is Kane, ninth is Foley, 10th is Haywood, 11th is Mike Rio, 12th Chris Kaye, 13th Craig Rio, 14th is Mike Bruno. Durgan lighting them up off turn number 2. Drove it in real deep that last time. He's got a nice, comfortable lead. Here comes Boisvert through on the inside to third. Half a straightaway lead for Jason Durgan in the number 17. Leon Gagno hanging on to second. Alain Boisvert is coming after him, but he's running out of time. Five laps to go for Durgan. Jason Durgan is looking for his first career win in a modified. Patrick Dupree has moved up to the 4th spot. He's gone around Richard Tesseur, who is now 5th. Martinois gets a spot away from Aaron Barnamy, who drifted up the track. Durgan going around slower traffic. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for Jason Durgan. We got a spinner over at turn number 2. Yellow flag. Call around in turn 2. All right. It's a white knuckle shootout for the modifieds. Here they come off turn number 4. Getting on a hammer. Green flag. Durgan drives away down the backstretch. Patrick Dupree looking on the inside of Alain Boisvert. Now the white flag. 1 lap to go for Durgan. Half a track away from his first career win in a modified. Here comes Durgan off turn number 4. He's going to do it. Checkered flag. Jason Durgan wins. Leon Gagno second. Alain Boisvert third. Pat Dupree fourth. Martinois. Aaron Barnaby sixth. 7th, Richard Tesseur. 8th to George Foley. Then Andy Kane and Mike Rio to round out the top 10.
And a strong run up front. It's Jason Durgan, your winner. Let's go downstairs to Rob.
All right, folks, it's his first career win in a modified. Give him a nice round of applause. Here he is, Jason Durgan, everybody. Come on over here, Jake. Come on over.
It's been a long time.
He's a little excited, as you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. Hey, first question is, tell us about the first try at the start of the race. What happened over there in turn number 2?
I'm not really sure. I guess I just wasn't quite clear going into 3. I didn't quite see Andy in the middle there. We touched, and I'm not sure what happened behind me, but from there on out, man, wide open race, and I love it.
Well, you could tell that this car was fast. In your qualifier, you just blew away the rest of the field. And then tonight, you could tell it was fast again, because every time in the restart, some of the fast cars were getting closer to the front, and yet you were still able to run away from them.
Well, I knew the veteran was right behind me in the 4 car. I knew I really had to be on the ball on the restarts, man, and hammer down. We got it. I can't believe it. The first win. It's been a long time, 4 years of trying. Finally got it.
Tell me what this means to you. I know your family is really in this with you as well. Talk about just how important this is to you and your family.
Oh my God, unbelievable. My parents spend so much money every week, and it seems like we're on the record every time. But for once, it came through. I got to thank my sponsors, Lake Champlain Roofing, U.S. Border Patrol, Adirondack Trash, Taylor Renault, Casella, and anyone else that's helped. Thank everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
That's Jason Durgan. They're pretty happy down here, Rick.
17, the 92 of Justin Hathaway, Wade Whitney's 24, the 1 of Chad Brown, the 8, Paul Baker, Josh LeClaire in the 7. We've got more, but we're under green. Look out, trouble in turn 2 already. 3 cars sideways. 1 car almost goes over. Caution flag is out. It looks like the 19 of Brandon Allen that almost went over. The 84 also parked off turn 2. That's Randy Garand. Here we come. They pick it up off turn 4. We're going to go for a second try at a start. We are under green. Speedy on the inside, grabs the lead up the backstretch. Here comes a 3-wide move. Gadway looking to go inside the ape. Grape Ape holds on to that inside line, and Gadway's going to go back. They're stacking them up 3 and 4 wide in turn 4. There goes the 05 of Burt Drake, and Randy Guerin is hooked up with him. Caution flag is out as they still power into turn 3. And earlier we saw Randy Guerin hooked up with a 19 of Brandon Allen, and now he's hooked up with Burt Drake 05. All right, here we go. The Bombers picking up. Oh, look out. That's 1 car that doesn't want to go. That's Speedy's 03, or no? That's the 5. Blondo's 5 did not want to go as they came off turn 4. He lost a lot of ground coming down to the front stretch. They stacked it up behind him as well. Speedy Brissett with a clear lead on the 46 of Malcolm Woodward. Kurt Seymour has that 357 running in the number 3 spot. Randy Martin, 77, running 4th. As again, they're 3 wide down the front stretch into turn 1. Bigor's got the 6 and 5th. Gadway is now 6th. 7th is Riel in the 02. That's Blondo hung on the outside in 8th. Grape Ape is 9th. Whalen runs 10th. Speedy Brissett, all the way from Castleton, Vermont, is your leader. Our car on the move is that 63 of Gadway. He restarted 8th. He is now going to be 4th as he gets inside of Seymour. And he's going to bring Brock Bigor with him. Seymour outside is going to go back to the number 6 spot. Speedy Brissett in the 03. Malcolm Woodward in the 45. And now Randy Martin in the 77 looks outside that 46 car of Woodward. They are side by side off turn 4. Brissett, your leader, they're side by side for second. Now Gadway right under the back bumper of Malcolm Woodward's 46. Martin's trying the outside. Gadway's looking for a way by on the inside. Caution out. We got a car around in turn 2. That's last week's winner, Eli Bishaw, having some problems in turn 2.
We'll ask you to stand by. We'll talk to you again in just a minute.
Back to green flag action. Speedy Brissett in the 0-3 on the inside. Outside, it's Randy Martin, but here comes that 63 of Gadway. We are going to have a ding-dong battle for the lead in just a minute as Martin and Brissett are side by side. We're going to go white flag this time by as we've hit the time limit. 1 lap to go. Speedy Brissett on the inside, Randy Martin on the outside. Door opens up on the inside. Gadway, 63 inside. Here they come. Now sideways goes Brissett. Martin on the far outside for the lead. Down the stretch, Randy Martin wins it. Speedy Brissett gets second. Timmy Gadway gets third. Malcolm Woodward fourth. Fifth to the 5 of Jason Blondo. Sixth goes to the B6. Seventh, the 357 of Curtis Seymour.
Check. There we go, Rick. Mike 3. Thank you. All right, here's Randy Martin. And Randy, 3 wide going into turn number 3 on what became the final lap. Tell us about the pass for the win.
Oh, it was crazy. I'm lucky that Speedy got into the other car, or Speedy probably would have had me. Remind me of my first Enduro.
Well, you worked on the outside to get the victory. Congratulations, coming off turn number 4, beating everybody to the stripe.
Thank you.
And you'll be busy tomorrow as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll look for Martin tomorrow. Congratulations to Randy Martin. Nice job, Randy, as he wins the Bomber feature event.
Now Joe Daniels closing up again on Danny Dubuque. 10 laps remain. Daniels back up towards the front with 10 to go. Dubuque driving it up off turn number 2. Good run off 2. Down the backstretch. Joe Daniels again closes into 3. Pulls up even on the door. Mike Chris is closing back in as well in about 8. Slower traffic down on the inside. Let's see if Daniels can pick the leader and pin him down behind that slower car. Dubuque into 61. Here comes Daniels back. Daniels on the door. Dubuque drifts up the track. Right up to the wall off 4. Turn number 4, Joe Daniels. The Budweiser number 8 of Mike Chris is right back in the thick of things. Chris is there. Cody Kilburn is there. Dave Raptoy in the 21 closing up. Daniels back out on the outside. Danny Dubuque still leading. Started out front, has led every lap in the 61. Joe Daniels in the 46, trailing by half a car length. Dubuque again with a good run off 2. Here's where Daniels seems to run well into 3 and 4. Makes it stick on the outside. A little wobble from Dubuque. Off turn number 4, down to the stripe. Daniels has the lead. Joe Daniels trying to finish the pass off turn number 2. The little Joe that could takes the lead. Now Mike Chris diving down to the inside. Danny Dubuque holds him off. 5 laps to go for Joe Daniels. Daniels is starting to open things up. Dubuque is second. Mike Chris is third. Cody Kilburn is fourth. Fifth is Dave Raptoy. Nick Haywood is sixth. Seventh is Lance Raptoy. Eighth is Joe Warren. Ninth, Kenny Davies. 10th is Lonnie Rivers. 11th, Robert Gordon. 12th is Ed Donor. Look out, there goes Dubuque. Dubuque goes around at 61. Randy Ledoux got him. Yellow flag. On the inside of row number 3. Little Joe's trying to go back to back. The 46 it could. Coming off turn number 4. Green flag. Here's Dave Raptoy going to second. Dave Raptoy moves through the inside of Mike Chris. Now Nick Haywood trying to move up as well. Nick Haywood in the 29. Moving through on the inside of Mike Chris. Robert Gordon with a good move. He's getting a spot. Off 4, Joe Daniels the lead. Mike Chris hung out to dry on the outside now. The Bud 8 in danger of losing several spots. He's back to 4th. Nick Haywood running 3rd. Lance Raptoy right now is 5th, but he's trying to get through. Dave Raptoy trying to chase down Joe Daniels out front. We got spinners at the back. Another yellow flag. Yellow flag back out. John Bell in the 66 had spun. Keith O'Neill in the 0 had spun. That getting on the hammer in the 3. All the way on the hammer on 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Oh boy, Joe Daniels left him at the altar. Dave Raptoy lost that second spot as Daniels had a great reset. Oh, what a move by Raptoy! Oh, talk about threading the needle, got into Nick Haywood though, going into 3. Look out, we got a mess. It's a mess coming off of turn number 3. Yellow flag. Trackside live tonight. All right, we're gonna try again. 23 are complete. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Lance Raptoy, go time for that number 11. Trying to hang on a second. Raptoy using every inch of the speedway down the backstretch. Might have room down on the inside. Slides it down there to hang on to that second spot. White flag is out. Here comes Little Joe. Lance Raptoy is in tow. White flag. Joe Daniels, Lance Raptoy, Mike Rivers, Robert Gordon up to 4th. Here comes Ed Donor. Lonnie Rivers is falling back in the number 7. Off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Joe Daniels, back-to-back wins for the 46. Lance Raptoy, Mike Chris 3rd, Robert Gordon 4th, Lonnie Rivers 5th, Ed Donor 6th. 7th goes to Kenny Davies in car number 9.
All right, Rick. Thanks. We're waiting for Little Joe Daniels. Back-to-back wins for the number 46.
I thought he had a little room down in there. I thought 29 was on the line. 29, he just told me. He said he got him, but he said 29 came down.
All right, he's out of his car. How about a nice round of applause? Little Joe Daniels goes back-to-back in the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade Division. Come on over, Joe. Well, you know your car's fast when you can get it done on the outside, and you spent much of this race out there on the outside going to the front.
Yeah, if you can get the car to hook on the high side, that's the place to be. It's kind of a bittersweet victory, though. I unintentionally got into Josh. He had a fast car, and I got to run off the top. And but I hope everything's okay there. But we did have a fast car, and the high side's the way to go.
Well, you and I talked earlier as well about how important your family is in this race car. Talk about the folks that you have helping you out here.
Well, my grandfather, all my uncles, my Uncle Terry owns West Side Auto. My brothers, my mother, everybody. If it wasn't for my mother with the motor, we wouldn't run like we are. So there's countless people I can't even begin to say.
Well, congratulations. You're doing a great job.
Thanks a lot.
Joe Daniels, back-to-back with that number 46.
61. The Lombard 61. Then we go back to Jeff McCormick in the 17. Matt Brusso's 26. 77 of John Bradley. The 12 of Dustin Duval. We are under green. Also out there in that 72 car, that's Mike Peretta, the Burlington driver. Side-by-side battle up the backstretch and now into turn 3. Bordeaux on the inside, Chris on the outside. They are side-by-side through 3 and off 4, and down the front stretch to complete lap 1. Your leader is Andrew Bordeaux. Bordeaux on the inside in the 08, drifts a little bit high. Here comes St. Germain inside. Kenny St. Germain, 4 wide inside D-Moore. Holy cow, maybe 5 wide down the backstretch. Now St. Germain back to the inside of D-Moore. 3 wide into turn 1. St. Germain, D-Moore, Lavere. Now at the 02 of Collins. Santillo has moved up in the 88 on the inside. He looks to take that 5th spot away from Woodruff, 07. Great action at the front of the pack as they battle 3 wide for the lead. And Kenny St. Germain came out with it. Everybody got through. Bobby Lavere has that number 5 in the 2nd spot. Dave D-Moore is 3rd. Jimmy Collins is 4th. Tom Santillo's 5th. CJ Lavere up to 6th. 7th goes to Butch Lemire's 57. 8th spot goes to the Billy Twait 69. Woodruff 07 runs 9th. Good battle for the 10th spot. Terry Bishaw on the 36. And the 95 of Rick Donor. Donor looking to go 3 in a row here in the Warriors. Three-car freight train up front as Santillo has got the 88 now into that number 4 spot. As Lavere looks inside of the 40 of St. Germain. St. Germain a little bit high. Lavere's got room on the inside, and here he comes. St. Germain shuts the door down the front stretch. Bobby Lavere in that number 2 spot in the 5 car. Dave D-Moore's 86 runs 3rd. Santillo is 4th. Butch Lemire up to 5th. Jimmy Collins back to 6th. They are halfway. Kenny St. Germain in the 40 is your leader as we hit lap number 8. Bobby Lavere's 5, holding on to that 2nd spot. There's 3 car lengths back to Dave D-Moore's 86, but Tommy Santillo's 88 quickly gains on the 86, and he's got the inside line. Santillo now goes to 3rd. D-Moore back to 4th. Lemire runs 5th. There'll be 5 to go next time by. The 2-car battle up front is quickly going to become a 3-car battle and maybe even 4 once Lemire gets by the 4th place car. 5 to go for St. Germain. Lavere 2nd. Santillo 3rd. Lemire is now 4th. Here comes Lavere looking on the inside. Bobby Lavere inside in turn 3. He's got a nose in front. St. Germain hanging tough on the outside. Lavere is your new leader. Bobby Lavere's got the lead. Kenny St. Germain is back to 2nd. 3rd spot is Tommy Santillo. Here comes Butch Lemire in the 57 looking to take 3rd. Lemire's got 3rd as St. Germain tries to close back in on Bobby Lavere. Weasels grab the popsicle sticks. There'll be 2 to go. Next time by for the 5. The Lake Clear driver has got his car to the front, and he's got 2 lengths on Kenny St. Germain. 2 to go for the Bobby Lavere. Kenny St. Germain looking for a way by, but at the same time trying to keep the 57 of Butch Lemire behind him. Now Lemire looks inside of St. Germain as they battle for that number 2 spot. White flag is out. Lemaire's got 1 to go. Lemire in the 57 has inside line, and he's going to go to second. Does he have enough time to run down Bobby Lemire? They've got slower traffic ahead of him that could play a big part in who wins this one. Bobby Lemire in the 5 with a car and a half length advantage. They come off turn 4, down the stretch to the checkered. Bobby Lemire's going to win it. Butch Lemire gets second. Tommy Sanzillo third. Kenny St. Germain fourth. Dave